Well, freezing temperatures and winter storms can be dangerous. The Progressive Agriculture Safety Days has the latest to keep you safe during the winter. Joining us now by phone is Progressive Agriculture Safety Days Education Content Specialist Jana Davidson. Jana, thanks for taking the time to chat with us. What are some of the common causes of hypothermia and frostbite? Certainly a concern in some parts of the country this week.
It sure is. We're definitely experiencing some blistering cold temperatures this time of year, and the cold weather can be dangerous for anyone who must work outdoors, like our farmers or children that just want to go out and play in the snow. So hypothermia occurs when your body's temperature drops below 95 degrees, and frostbite is one of the most common injuries resulting from exposure to severe cold, usually occurring on our fingers and toes, but also parts of our face, such as our nose, ears, cheeks, and chin. So it's imperative for us to be mindful of these risks before we venture out in the winter, because limiting our exposure to these elements can definitely be beneficial to our health and safety.
So, Jana, if we think that we might have frostbite or hypothermia, what do we need to do?
All right. Well, if caught early, it is possible to prevent some severe damage from frostbite. But if we let it go, it can actually cause or lead to amputation. So what we want to do is with frostbite, we want to get indoors immediately, seek medical attention if necessary. We want to remove any constricting clothing or jewelry that's going to impair our circulation. We want to also place dry, sterile gauze between our toes and finger to absorb any moisture and keep them from sticking together and elevate any of our affected areas. Now, with hypothermia, if we notice somebody who is severely shivering, this is one of the most common signs that somebody could be suffering from hypothermia. So what we want to do with that person is we want to make sure we have them inside and remove any wet clothing. We want to call for any medical attention if necessary, and sometimes it even leads to us having to perform CPR on that person. So it's always good to know CPR if needed. We want to add blankets, pillows, towels, or anything beneath the victim to keep them warm. Cover the victim's head. Handle them very gently to avoid any cardiac arrest, and obviously keep that victim in a horizontal position.
And what are you guys doing at events across the country to highlight some of these procedures?
Thank you for asking, Janet. One of the things that we do to really enforce these key points with hypothermia and frostbite is a hands-on activity we call hypothermia, the chill that kills. And children in this activity partake in a relay. They dip their hands in ice-cold water to try to locate a designated letter with their team and spell out the word hypothermia. Now, most of our Progressive Agriculture Safety Days traditionally take place in warmer months from the spring through the fall, and hypothermia is not a major issue, so these children are never in danger. But the lessons that they learn by doing this activity is going to be triggered later on when they are in these extreme weather conditions, and they're going to remember what to do when they're faced with these frigid temperatures.
Well, Jana, thank you very much for the lesson this morning. We certainly appreciate it. Progressive Agriculture Foundation Education Content Specialist Jana Davidson on the phone with us today from Clearfield, Pennsylvania.